Hello, good morning to Motivational Monday. Today the word is challenge. Do you love them or hate them? Those of you know I've been in business for 11 years this year. Always been wanting to motivate people and help them to create the change that they want in life. Been marketing, testing and measuring, trying things, and I've just taken on the One Funnel Challenge, which is challenging me. And I've just been set a challenge today to do a video or a blog or a podcast every day for the next 365 days. And I just want to share with you basically what happened inside, because what I find with people when they lose confidence is either two things. Either they don't have clarity of what they want, and the thing that's being challenged of them, the thing that someone is asking them to do, isn't what they want, and so it feels uncomfortable. It takes them off track because actually it's taking them away from what they really want to do. And other times it's because it's taken them outside their current comfort zone, or as I'm calling it now, the confidence zone. Now I'm quite comfortable putting stuff out on the internet. As you know, I've been doing live videos for a while, but I am a little bit reticent to do stuff that doesn't work, because I feel like I've put loads of energy, I've put loads of time into it, and I'm helping loads of people, which is great. I love helping people. I love sharing the words and stuff out there, but it's not always getting the traction that I want in the business. I'm not being able to get to those people, I'm not being able to reach the people that really, really need me. So what I want to do over the next 365 days is a short video every day that's going to share with you my journey to when I'm being challenged by my coach and being asked to do things, and talking to you about, what happens to my comfort zone and my confidence expansion, and how do I decide what to listen to and what not to, because there's a real fine line between going, oh, I'm not going to do it because it's not right for me, to I'm not going to do it because actually it's just a bit scary. So this is what happened this morning for me. So Richard said, right, I want you to commit to doing it 365 days. And the reason he wants us to do that is he says that it will take you about 40, 50 episodes for you to find your voice. So there's three things we want to achieve. I want to find the voice. So I want to be able to say things that make a difference, so they impact people. So I want you to think about this. I talk about it in book number 2 that I'm writing right now, and it's also the ebook that's coming out. Step 1 in the confidence process, chat with purpose. What is your reason for talking? If you're just talking because you like the sound of your voice, you want to be heard, then it's very difficult for other people to listen to you. Okay, so the reason I love book writing, why I work with Karen, why I work with the authors, is because the writing process is a really great way of finding your voice. So his reason for telling us to write or podcast or to blog every day for 365 days is for me to find my voice. So I can put it out there, I can see what you engage with, what you don't engage with, what you like, what you don't like, and then I can fine tune it over that period of time. The reason for wanting to find my voice is so that I can attract my audience. I can attract people to me who want to know what I know. And then if I attract those people, then I can have the impact that I want to have on the world. I want to help 1 million people to manage their critic, to manage that inner voice that stops them from being the best version of themselves at any one time in their life. So I'm committing to that. But what happened for me today is the 365 days thing came up. And there were some criteria that they were talking about, are you always camera ready? And I was like, no, I don't always have my makeup on. And they basically said, if you're going to go on a video every day, you have to look good. And I'm questioning that one. I'm like, do I? Or do I have to just be the real me, But I know that if I've got my makeup on, I look good, your attention won't be on, is she okay? Does she feel all right? Your attention will be on, how can I use this information? How can I learn from this information? So that was in my mind. I'm thinking, am I always camera ready? The word always. If you haven't got the Time Monster Munchie emails yet, please do download those. Because basically, they're asking me if I'm always camera ready. The answer is, if I've got to do this 365 days of the year, no. I'm going to have a month in Catalonia. I'm going to be on holiday. Would I normally on a business video come on and talk in my bikini? Probably not. So if I answer that question literally, the answer is no, I'm not always camera ready. But then my brain can go, okay, so if given that, am I happy to show up in whatever state I'm in? And is that all right for me? So that's what happened for me there. The word challenge, I want to ask you about this as well. When I say I challenge you to do this, or someone says I challenge you to do it, or you hear yourself saying, God, that's a challenge, I just want you to think about what emotional button does that push. Does it get the button that goes, yeah, bring it on, I want to get challenged, it's great, it's fantastic? Or does it like, oh, oh, just another thing on top of everything else I've got to do. Because I remember a time when, before I knew what I knew now, that the word challenge, I was really anti-competitiveness. I wanted collaboration. But I've realised that I've got to compete with myself. I want to be the best version of me. I want to help more people. And so the challenge for me is to do it, even though some of the things he's telling me to do. The other thing is it's challenging me. I'm thinking, I've already done this. I've been doing it for 10 years, but I haven't done it consistently. That's what he was talking about, consistently doing it every single day for 10 years, for every single day for 365 days. So I'm like, okay, can I do that? So I want you to answer below. If I challenge you to write down something good about yourself every single day, or write down something, in the Manager Critic group or on the step-by-step listening page, or, send me a message, put a comment below here. If I were to challenge you to think of one of your strengths every single day for 365 days, what happens for you? What happens to, what's the critic saying? Is it saying, oh, I can't do that, or I'm not going to do this? Because what happened for me was I was up for the challenge. I don't mind the challenge. It was the 365 days. My time monster's going, oh, God, Sherry, you've had burnout twice. You've been to the point where you're exhausted. You know you need to switch off. And then what I've realised is that if I'm committing to doing a video for 2 or 3 minutes every day, it's just like the commitment I've made more recently to eat well, make time to prepare food, make time to cook, make time to prepare, what I need in advance. That actually it's going to be fun, and it doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm in work mode. But the biggest challenge will be is that if I get lots of engagement, then what happens is that eats into my time with my family and my friends and my time to switch off. And so what I know is it's not about the 365 days. It's about when in the day I do it, and when do I allocate time to respond and engage with the responses that come from the videos. So like today I'm talking and there's nobody live, so I'm effectively talking to myself. So this isn't going to take very long, but maybe later people might watch it and there'll be lots of engagement. So I'm going to take the challenge of 365 days, and I'm going to share with you how it feels. And sometimes it'll be like, oh, I don't want to do this. But what I do know is that because I know myself well, I know how I work at my best, I know how I learn at my best, and I know how I want to live. And actually, I'm saying that out loud, that's a lie. I know how I work, I know how I learn really, really well, but what I haven't invested enough time in, even though I do this with my clients, is really thinking about if I was living the best life, that living would be like what? And this recent health scare with the heart has really made me realise that living at my best is keeping a nice home. It's about cooking lovely food. So it's not about being so busy with the business and so busy serving my clients and so busy out there learning new stuff, on the internet, doing courses like the One Funnel Away Challenge. I'm doing the course about, the Discover the Real Me. I'm doing all that learning and I'm doing all the stuff for work. But what I'm realising is my time, my headspace is being consumed in there, and I'm not doing enough living. So over the next couple of weeks, what I'm going to be doing, and I'll do that through the video, is actually tapping back into, I like to garden, I like to cook, I like decorating. But what's happened in the past few years is I've got to the point where I've earned the money, so I've just paid people to do it for me. And what I've realised is that whilst that is good at some level, it's taken away some of the pleasure that I actually get from doing the tasks myself. And so I'm going to be starting to look at new things I'm going to delegate and things I'm going to get help with within the business more, and how I'm going to be more effective with my learning so that I can do more of the practical stuff around the home. Because ultimately, what I want to be able to do is to be a really good homemaker. I work hard because I want to be a good working mum. I work hard because I want to provide for my family. I work hard because I want to make a difference in the world, and I know that the lessons I've had make a difference to other people. But I don't want to work hard so that it means that I'm not living, because at the end of the day, as my sister used to say, I think it's a Newcastle saying, work to live or live to work. And I work to live. And even though my work is really, really enjoyable and I love it, ultimately, if it was all about other people outside my family and I wasn't getting enough time with them, then I wouldn't enjoy it, because I start to resent that time I'm giving. So someone's just joined me on live. I'm not sure who that is, but we're talking today about challenge, the word challenge, love or hate it. And my experience is that two reasons we'll hate being challenged to do something is usually because either we've got loads already going on and we're already feeling quite challenged and we don't have clarity of what we want, and so these challenging us to go in a different direction when we're already kind of not got our own directions. It is what we want, and we want to what we want to achieve, but it's taking outside our comfort zone. So I just want you to have a think about that today. And sorry if I just put my finger across the camera. And that's my first live, one of 365. And I'm going to commit to come on here on the Step by Step listening page every day for the next 365 days. And I'd love to get your feedback. Tell me what worked about the video, what didn't work about it. So tomorrow I can make it better, shorter, more succinct, whatever it is you're asking of me. Tell me about your challenges that are going on in your life right now. Tell me what you could commit to doing every single day for the next 365 days that would mean that you're working, you're learning, and you're living the very best life that you can be, and that you are showing up as the best version of you. Lots of love. Have a fantastic day. Speak to you soon.